Alright, Zulu O's. So today we're going to be learning Humusha. Now, Eastern 101 had taught me HTML, but I don't care. Put it into ChatGPT, gave it the question, do it the answers, told it to make a website, did the quiz, did everything. Done copy code, replacing all your computer engineering people. Just, oh no, ads, come on now. Literally an ad, literally, come on, man. Okay, paste and run. There we go. We got a whole quiz. Replace everything you learned in 3 months. Not the point. Point is we're learning Zulu Humusha. Okay, so these are 5 questions in Humusha. Test 2, they say it's going to be Humusha, and in brackets it said questions. So I'm assuming it's questions in Humusha. They're asking questions in Humusha, like literally like questions. So let's start. Now, just for clarification, I'm not sure whether they want question marks. So like in the, because you know how they work, right? One thing wrong, the whole Humusha is wrong in the block. So in this case here, I coded it, or I coded it. I used ChatGPT, but I coded it 2 fingers up to actually be no question mark in when you write your answer. Right? But to be honest, I don't know in the question exam test, like are they coding it? But probably they'll do it in the instructions when you go there. So let's start. Now in Humusha, it's not that bad, the questions, right? So firstly, you need to know all your question words, right? I did a video on it. So yeah, I did a video on it, so that's fine. You should see that video. Now let's start, right? So the first thing we want to do is identify 3 things, right? Subject link, then we're gonna identify our verb, then the question. So already you must have that structure in your mind, right? Actually, the first thing you sometimes has to do is your main subject. For example, if you had mother in the sentence, like is why is mother crying? The first thing you do, no matter what, is you say mama. You know what I'm saying? So you bring the subject to number one, the first. But over here, as you can see, there is no main subject, like father, mother, grandmother, go, whatever. There's nothing there. So we can leave that out as the first thing we put in a sentence. So following that, our structure for this whole 5 sentences are very, very simple. Number one, we want our subject link. Number two, we're going to have our verb. And number three, the question. I told you, the question will always come after the verb, no matter what, right? Okay, so let's say, what are you studying? What is the subject link? They're saying, what are you studying? They're not saying, what are we studying? If it was we, it'll be C-S-I. We're doing you. So it'll be you, just you, literally. What are you studying? Perfect. What is the verb? Now, just for clarification over here, in questions, when you're making a question, although it's studying, we don't put like the ing. We just ignore like the ing exists. Because in reality, we can put uya funda. That means I am studying. But the ing in questions get erased like they don't exist. So when we look at studying, we just look at study. What's the word for study? The word for study in Zulu is funda. So I decided to put funda over here. So funda, so ufunda. So now after the verb comes a question. Now, I told you what, you need to know whether the question links to the verb or not. Most of the questions does link to the verb besides two. That'll be, that'll be, wait, what will be? When, that'll be when, nini. Don't link with the verb, right? And then another one, nobani, yeah, nobani. But we're going to do that in here, so that's fine. So the question for what, how do you say what in Zulu? You use ni, ni, right? So ufundani, what are you studying? Literally done, right? Now that's done. Okay, number two, why are you talking? The subject link is u. Why are you talking? Okay. Talk. How you say talk in Zulu? Kuluma, right? It's kuluma. So kuluma. Ukuluma. How do you say why in Zulu? Why is Ilani, Elani. But people who know this thing, this Zulu structure, will see a very big problem here. We have to do something. Now look at this over here, this question, right? I want you to look very carefully. Can you see anything wrong with it? Literally, can you see anything wrong with it? There's something very wrong with it, right? Okay. So in Zulu, you will know that any time you get, okay, 1 second, my keyboard is not working. Anytime you get two vowels in a sentence or in a word, they cannot be next to each other no matter what. Vowels in Zulu cannot be next to each other. A and E are vowels, they can't be next to each other. So when you encounter this problem, you need to do something called big O. Now when I say big O, what does it mean? Delete the small o, keep the big O. Ilani, now E is in Ilani. Ilani is a question, that's a big O, Ilani. So if you look at whether to delete A and E because they can't be next to each other, you leave the one that is most important. In this case, Ilani is a whole question, so we're going to delete A. So when we delete A, we got Ukulum Elani. Done. That's the answer. When are you writing? Okay, subject link is U. Now you're going to do your verb, write. How do you say write? Bala. Bala means write, right? So Bhala. Bala, I write. But we're going to say when. I told you, when is stubborn. The question is Nini, N-I, that means when. Nini doesn't join with the verb. No, it doesn't join like how what joins, why joins, no. So you put a space and you put Nini. Literally done. But now, let's say if they had an object in a sentence, like even over here, an object here, an object here. Objects will always be at the end of the sentence. For example, if this was, when are you writing? Let's see, when are you writing the test? You'll say Ubala Nini, I test. That's how I say test. I test. So you see, so object will come after the last thing. But in this case, there's no object. When are you writing? It's just straightforward. How do you go to university? Now, people get confused with go to, right? Because some people think hamba, some people think uya and all that. Listen here. Very, very, very simple. Hamba means walk or travel. Literally. If they ask you, how do you travel to university? They want to know how, by what means of transport you use, like a vehicle or whatever, to travel to university. Hamba is travel. In this case, how do you go to university? It's basically saying, you might think it's travel. It's not travel. How do you go to university? Do you go with your mother? Do you go with your father? Do you go with your brother? Do you go with your goldfish? Do you go with your mama? So basically what I'm trying to say is, this is not travel. So all that hamba gets away, it goes away. Okay? So now you have to think about go. Go in Zulu is ya, Y-A. If now, so ya, obviously you have to join it to a subject link. What do I mean? If I say you go, the subject link is u, you. So it's uya, so it's U-Y-A, uya. If I say we go, we is S-I-C, so it's siya. If I say y'all go, now y'all is N-I, right? Nina, N-I. It'll be Nia. So you see, that's how you do we go, you go, y'all go. See, so but now we're doing over here, subject link you. So uya. You go. Yeah, you go. So now we got you go there now. Now what we're going to do now is obviously we're going to put now university is an object, so we already know that's going to be at the end. But how do you say how in Zulu? So this is very, very concerning, right? There's two types of hows in Zulu, and I want you to take note. The first type of how is a greeting, right? Or not necessarily a greeting. It's basically like, yeah, it's like a greeting. For example, how do you say, how are you? You say, Unjani. So basically, it's Njani, basically. Njani, right? Njani. Leave out the subject like you, it's Njani. So that's one how. This how is the manner. So how, and anytime you get this, how do you going to somewhere? It's a manner, the way you're going. Whenever you say that, right? Whenever, it's going to be. So it's not going to be N Johnny. It's going to be N Gani. So just take the J and put a G. That's how I remember it. People say how it's N Johnny. Just take the G. I mean N Johnny. Yeah, take the J and put G. So basically what it'll be, there we go, Ngani. So Uya and Gani. So Uya and Gani means how. So how do you go? Now we need to say to universities. This is already saying how do you go. Uya and Gani. Ngani is obviously the what is it called? The question. And this is a verb, yeah, and this is a subject link. So same structure we're losing. Subject link, verb and question. And now we're just doing the object now. University. Now, just for clarification, UKZN, somehow they made it into a Zulu word. It's Ekusini. Ekusini. Yeah, I don't know why. If you look at my Humusha handout, I collected from all the Humushas, all those hundred of Humushas, they all refer to UKZN as Ekusini. They want university, they invented the Zulu word. I don't know what happened there, but just for your reference, right? But yeah, just university. University, the Zulu word is. Just give me 3 seconds. Let me just think. Enu. I literally forgot. It's Enu se. Okay, Enku. Okay, so I got this in a way that when I put a submit, it'll tell me the right answer, right? So it's fine. We'll get to that just now. Okay, wait. Let me just try. Wait, It's Enu Vesi. Wait, wait. Hold on. I might write it and just remember. Enu Vesi. I think it's just Enu Vesi. But we'll check this now when we press submit, right? University. Okay, who do you love with? Subject link, who do you? So it's you. Who do you love with? Love is a verb. Hala, H-L-A, L-A. Hala. Who do you love with? And then wood is also stubborn. Now, how do you say wood? I love wood, right? You're basically referring to someone. I love wood. This wood is basically Nobani. Now, there's a reason why I specifically said would someone Nobani is because who in general is Bani, B-A-N-I. For example, who is your father? Ubani Ubaba. Or who is the father? Ubani Ubaba. That's just Bani, B-A-N-I. Here I'm saying, who do you live with? So you get it. So you're basically associating you with someone. You see, that's the thing, right? So because you're associating yourself with someone, it's going to be Nobani. You will actually notice this while we do this. So remember association, NA, we did in Zulu, where you say like and someone. That's how you get your Nobani, you see. So yeah, whenever you associate, like who do you live with? So you say would, like who do you live with, and including two people, you say Nobani. You just don't say Bani. If you're just who like normal, it'll be Bani. Like who is a person, it's just Bani. But you're saying who do you live with, association, so it's Nobani. Ulala Nobani. Wait, I think that's it. Wait. Subject, link, verb, Nobani, question. Who do you live with? Yeah, that should be done. Now let's say submit. Now, yeah, 4 out of 5. Which one? This one? Oh, right. University is N-U-V-S-E. So it's N. Okay, so I forgot the Y. Hold on, let me correct this and get 100%. There we go. So in university is N-U-V-S-E. How do you know this? Okay, N is Afrikaans, so N-U-V-S-E. 3 symbols, N-U-V-S-E. N-U-V-S-E, okay? So that's how we do Humusha. Remember the technique I told you? First, sometimes is a main subject, right? Main, like umama, ubaba. If they don't have that, like how I didn't have over here, you just do your normal sentence structure, like normal, right? So there's no main subject first, then that's fine. You do your subject link, you do your verb, and then you do your object. And you follow this thing, and I promise you, it's easy, okay? It's easy. Like I got a lot of wrong, but it's just simple, getting to know your Humusha. And that's it for this video. NUVC, don't forget, NUVC.